Hi, my name's Bryan Fogel. I'm thrilled to be at the Oslo Freedom Forum, speaking here again this year. Last year, I came to speak about my journey in making Icarus, the Academy Award-winning documentary of 2018 that blew the lid off of Russia's decades-long doping program. In the film, Grigory Rodchenkov, who was the WADA lab director behind doping dozens of Russian athletes, fled to the United States, seeking protection by the U.S. government against Putin's regime. At the Oslo Freedom Forum, I spoke about that journey of protecting Grigory and bringing the film forward to the world. This year, I'm very proud to be releasing The Dissident. The Dissident focuses on the untold story of the murder of Washington Post and Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi on October 2nd, 2018 at the Saudi consulate of Istanbul. The making of this film was quite a journey. And as I set out on this journey, Thor Halvorsen and I met, and I realized that my goals as a filmmaker and the goals of the Human Rights Foundation were aligned. I wanted to tell stories of truth and seek justice for those that were oppressed, and the Human Rights Foundation sought to tell those same stories. Thor and I locked forces and produced The Dissident together, which will release globally in December of this year. I'm thrilled to be able to show you guys the trailer to the film today and also speak upon my journey of making this film. What came to me very early after the murder of Jamal was that there was a false narrative being painted of Jamal by the Saudi government, in which the United States and other countries were also complicit. What was coming forward in the media was that Jamal Khashoggi was a Muslim Brotherhood, that he was a terrorist sympathizer, that he was essentially a threat to Saudi Arabia and deserved to be assassinated. As I dug into this story, I found that nothing could be further from the truth. Jamal was a journalist. Jamal sought freedom of press and freedom of speech in his country. And Jamal was active in exposing what Saudi Arabia had been doing on Twitter, which is essentially creating tens of thousands of false accounts to push forward MBS's Vision 2020 and false objective for the country. In working on this project, I came across Omar Abdulaziz, who today has been awarded the Václav Havel Prize. I know I am mispronouncing that. I apologize. For his work in exposing Saudi's takeover of Twitter within their country. Along this journey, I came to understand that freedom of speech and expression is in constant jeopardy in countries such as Saudi Arabia. And I felt compelled to bring this narrative and this film to light. Along the journey, I worked with Hatice Cengiz, Jamal's fiancée, who he sought to marry as he entered the consulate on that fateful day. I worked with Agnes Callamard, the UN Special Rapporteur, who investigated the crime for the United Nations, which has still failed to seek any justice in his murder or bring forward any charges against Saudi Arabia. I worked with the Washington Post and their journalists who had covered this story so boldly. And perhaps most importantly, I worked with the Turkish investigators and prosecutors who have relentlessly sought justice for Jamal's murder. In so doing, they provided me with the transcript of Jamal's crime, which have not been released to the world, and they provided me with their police footage and other evidence regarding the murder. It's my hope that justice will one day come for Jamal. While I understand that it is unlikely that MBS will cede to the throne, it is my hope that governments around the world will take action against this regime that has sought to not only assassinate Jamal, but has imprisoned so many others. There are women sitting in prisons in Saudi Arabia, such as Loujain Hatul. There have been other assassination attempts made on Saudi dissidents around the globe. And this sort of action must be stopped. What is at stake here is freedom of speech and press. And it's my hope that The Dissident will bring this story forward to the world and allow leaders, as they attend the G20 in November, understand that they are doing business with a murderer. I hope that this film can change the public perception, and also shine a brighter light on the crimes against humanity that are taking place in Saudi Arabia.